Hello and welcome to our quick yoga core workout. Now the reason for this video is to help you improve in your crow pose, in your headstand. All of these balance poses needs a little bit of core work, but it also can help with flexibility, especially if you've been working on your forward fold flexibility, because opening up all the back body can cause a little bit of pressure on the front. So having the strength at the front is really going to help to protect your body and reduce the pains. So let's meet on the mat. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is come all the way down onto our backs. Make sure your spine is nice and flat on the ground. Bend your knees up. Okay, so your knees are at like a 90-degree angle here. Keeping your hands grounded on the mat. You're going to take a nice big inhale. As you exhale, you're going to slowly lower your toes down to the ground. Lift them back up. We're going to do 10 of these. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now, if you want, you can straighten the legs and bring them hovering off of the ground and back in. Unfortunately for me, I have a clicky hip, so it's not great on my body. But if you can, then please go ahead and do that. Let's keep going. So we're going to be doing a few exercises today just to work the different parts of the abs, different parts of the core. Now, I'm not sure how many we have done now, so let's do our last one. Okay, hug the knees in. Grab behind the thighs, rock all the way up, come over into downward facing dog. Okay, so from your downward facing dog here, let's just take a breath in, exhale. Inhale, shift forward to plank pose. So just make sure that your hands are set up okay for plank pose. Exhale, down dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, down. Now if you want here, you can inhale, come to chaturanga. Exhale, push back up, downward facing dog. Take your variation. Inhale, exhale. But you can always stick to just coming into plank. Depends how much you want to work today and how much you want to work your core. Inhale forward, exhale back. Let's do 2 more, because again, I've lost count. And then drop your knees, sit back onto your heels. Okay, so the next thing is we're going to come onto our bumps. And again, lower back down onto our back. Now we're going to keep on our toes this time. Your toes are going to be touching the ground. We're going to bring our hands up. And this time, instead of moving the legs, we're going to move the upper body. So I want you to take a nice big inhale as you reach up. Notice here, my low back is still on the mat. It's just my upper body is up. Exhale, come down. So 10 of these. Ready? Go. Keep looking up. If you need to, you can use your hands to hold your head. Just depends how your body feels. You don't have to lower all the way down to the ground either. But we're not making much of movement here. Okay, it's all just in the upper abs, upper abdominals, using that to crunch ourselves up. Now, if you are getting stiff anywhere, obviously you can hold your head, but also it might just be because you need more strength there. So keep at it. Okay, 2 more, because again, lost count, like usual. And come all the way back down. Okay, so now we're going to roll onto our side. So I want you to take your legs out long, come down onto your elbow. We're going to lift the hips up. Now you can have your hand on your hip or on the ground, and we're going to lower the hip, lift it up, okay, for 10. And obviously we're gonna do this on both sides. So if you lose your balance, it's fine, like I just did. Just come back up. So now this is working into the side abs. And if you are new to all this, it might take you a little while. You might be shaking, you might be struggling. It's absolutely fine. And lower down, and let's switch sides. Let's get your elbow underneath your shoulders. Legs can come out long. Now I stacked my legs on the other side, but what you can also do is put them flat on the ground like this. Okay, so completely up to you, especially if you struggle with balance, then this is a good way, but let's do this. Okay, so the next thing is mountain climbers. So we're gonna come back onto all fours, bring the hands up, stretch out your fingers, come into plank. We're gonna bring the right leg up, take it back, left leg up and back. Now, if you want to stay like this, then you can, but you can also hop it. Okay, so take whichever version you want to do. I'm gonna step just so that I can talk. Just keep going with this for a second. And then lower to your knees. And we'll move on to the next one. So we're gonna come over onto our back. Now the reason that we're gonna add something else is because as well as having a strong core, we don't want it to kind of cramp up after all that work. So you're gonna bring in your heels, hands come flat on the ground, take a nice big inhale, lift your hips up. Okay, so open your chest, maybe roll your shoulders underneath your back. Squeeze your bum muscles, reach your hips up as high as you can, open up that chest area, keep looking up at the ceiling. Squeeze your bum, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Strengthen them bum muscles to support the core. And let's pulse it. So we're gonna come a little bit further down, but not touching the mat. And then pulse up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it at the top. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, release down. Hug the knees in. Maybe take a few circles on the low back, just rolling your knees one way. And then the other way. Grab behind the legs. Rock and roll. Roll yourself up to a seated position. Now doing this daily is really going to help with your core muscles. Now my suggestion would be to see how you feel tomorrow. If you're feeling achy, then that's great. Repeat this class. If you're feeling too achy, you can always have a day's rest, but repeat this class as soon as you can. If you're not feeling anything, repeat this class in a row so that you get, so basically this class is on repeat and you're doing it 2 times. And then do the same. So see how you feel the next day. If you're not feeling much, add in a 3rd time, okay? This is a very short class for a reason, so that you can repeat if necessary. I really hope that this helps. Please let me know how you get on, and I can't wait to see the results. If you liked this class, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. There's new classes coming out weekly, and I will see you next time.